The father-son Rasengan from the fight with Momoshiki from Boruto. So I'm on a landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. 2 characters, so 2 faces, twice the amount of work. So we'll start with Boruto over this side. Okay, I'm gonna start with his eyes. So they're both looking up, so it's like it's an up shot. It's like we're lower down than their heads. Okay, so their eyes are kind of a different shape, and their heads are sort of a different shape. So we'll go with the eye over here, Boruto, top half. Center point of my page is here, so we'll come over along the halfway and then up. Right? His head is in the top half of my page, right? So we go up, across, and down. Kind of like big eyes, right? And then the bottom eyelid comes across here to there. And so what we're going to do is thicken up the top eyelid, so make it kind of darker first. We're going to add an extra little line just on the corner here. That's how to do it in Boruto. Right, that just goes up into there. And then we have an extra eyelid line coming off the front. And then his iris and pupils, so they're looking up. Both characters are looking up, so sort of curves around here like this. And then his pupil, like so. And his eyebrow just sort of ticks up underneath his headband, right? So it doesn't go like the whole way. You can go the whole way and erase it if you want, but we'll just stop it sort of here. Okay, you come over and do the other eye, same sort of thing again, up and over, down the back, bottom eyelid, that way, and then we thicken up this line. It's got another little line down here. It's just the style in Boruto. Another line there. Iris. So circle just coming around here. Looking up top left. And then pupil. Eyebrow just ticks up underneath the headband, and then another line there. So you can draw in the headband now if you want it. It just curves around like so. And he's got his sideburn sort of here. So as you'd see, his sideburns lower down his eyes now. It's because we're looking up, so it's an up shot, right? So his nostrils, just these sort of spikes just here. And then his mouth, just sort of downturned, simple sort of mouth drawn in like that. Boruto only has like 2 whiskers. Naruto has 3. Like that. So his chin, so we're sort of around here. And then we go up for his jaw, up towards the ear. This one's covered by a collar, but I think it's easier to just draw it in first. Like so. And then his ear comes around here. And you got some ear lines inside. His other ear is like we can't see because it's behind his hair, right? So he's got that big sort of hair spike that comes down across his head here. Right, he's got that sort of apple top sort of spike there. And this comes down this way. Like so. And then the side of his headband here. And that other part, that other ear, just comes down around the side of his face here like so. And we got some ear lines inside. So we can just see the metal plate on the headband underneath his hair here. And we have the symbol, spiral, there with a tail, a beak, and then it has that crack in it, that scratch mark coming across like so. And the metal usually has a little sort of edge line coming across the bottom like that, just to show it's sort of three-dimensional. So rest of his hair spiking up like that, kind of like shark fins, big ones in behind. Like that. So then his clothing, right? So his collar, he's wearing his father's old clothing, right? So he's got a collar that comes along and it's open, right? Blowing in the wind, kind of down here. And then it comes down, bumps around the bottom to there, and then goes up around here. So anything like in here you'll color over or, you know, sort of erase, because you should be drawing this in pencil first anyway. And there's some texture lines like that. And then the inside of the collar comes down there. His neck comes down here around for his t-shirt. And the collar of the t-shirt, the black there. And then the inside of his jacket and sort of shirt line goes that way. Collar comes around the back of his head, bumps around here out the other side into there. And it's kind of like a white zipper line. Comes down, blows off in the wind. And then the inside of it. There on his shoulder. That side. You can see a collarbone. And he's got that sort of necklace that he wears. So it's like a tube with bumps along the side. And then just like a piece of string going around the back of his neck. It's usually white, but we're drawn with black, so. So his hand is holding up the Rasengan. If you have something circular that's like the right size, that actually might work for me. I'm going to do it this time. So you could just mark it out. It might not work because it's too... That's not bad. So draw around something circular, and then I'll just tidy it up, so we'll clean it up. Just to get your shape. For the Rasengan, kind of just like floating here. Okay, and then inside that you've got like the wind, right? So you've got like all this stuff all inside here. core of it. All these curved lines, trying to make it look sort of spherical inside, right? And so then Boruto's hand is holding it, and Naruto is holding Boruto's hand. So it's like two hands, right? One underneath the other. So his thumb is just here, curves out like so. Right down to there. Got like a skin line. The palm of his hand is like in behind. So it like bumps down and then out about here. And then we have his little finger, just bumps twice. Around here. Right, and then his ring finger. And then the next middle finger. It all looks shorter because it's like coming towards us. It's called foreshortening. Foreshortened fingers. There. We can kind of see fingernails on these ones. Kind of basic. That's the way they're kind of drawn, right? So then his shoulder just goes up into his body there. And then we have his sleeve, but it's kind of behind Naruto's. So we draw Naruto's hand or his face first. Trying to think. So Naruto's head, we'll do his head, right? So just get sort of the main parts. So Boruto's hand here, shoulder, there's some clothing lines. Yeah, we'll do Naruto's face. Just up. Say like Naruto's eyes are in line with Boruto's mouth, kind of here, right? So kind of that height. Right, and his head is here. Sort of on the inside of Boruto's hand. So we're starting with the eye here. And we go up and over again. And we'll spike it down. And then the bottom eyelid line just goes across. They always seem to have this extra line on the corner. Like an eyelid line here. Right, and then his iris, just a circle. Looking up, pupil in the center. And he's frowning pretty heavily, so his eyebrow goes across. Down the back. Okay. And then he has a sort of a nose line there. And his other eye, so your eye width across, so you measure his eye, that fits in between. Next eye, so like this, fits in between there. And then we go up, across, down. Under. And then they do that extra hook. And just darken up this line again. Top eyelid is always darker than the bottom in most animes. And then his iris, again, a circle. And his pupil in the middle. Again, frowning real heavy, so it comes across top of his eye. Gets a bit skinnier at the back. And then there's a nose line. Nostrils, just these hooks. And his mouth real serious as well, kind of like Boruto's, but not as sort of round. It's kind of like that. Bottom lip line. So his face is more square than Boruto's because he's, you know, grown male. So square chin that way. And like in general, this base and this base are about the same. So like eyebrows to nostrils will bring you to like nostrils to sort of middle of his chin. So there and there are about the same. And then nose to bottom lip line is about the same as bottom lip line to chin. So that and that are about the same. So we can see his jaw on this side. Comes up like so. And then side of his face just comes up around here. This eye's a bit small, just make it a bit bigger. Right, and then he has the whiskers, of course. And we've an ear on this side. Like that. And you can kind of see his ear on this side as well, like a tiny little bit. And some like ear lines on the inside. Like so. Right, so then Naruto's hair is all sort of short, so he's got like sideburns here. And just some small hair spikes. Not as long as when he was younger. Coming across there. And like the side of his head. There. And the wind seems to be blowing his hair this way. So just spiking out like along here. I guess the Rasengan is pushing it all that way. And the back of his neck comes down from behind his ear. Front of his neck, just at his chin. We got like a hair spike with some hair down behind. And then his like collar here. And his collar on this side. Just there. So Boruto's hand is on top of Naruto's, and it comes around to his shoulder. So his shoulder, just this arch and back, is like here. So his arm comes down to his elbow, up to his forearm, to his hand, just here. So we draw the hand and then connect it back. So palm of his hand here. Same, you're kind of doing the same as Boruto's. Thumb around like so. This comes out to his index finger. And then the next finger. They're drawn sort of simply that way. There, and another one. That way. It's all bandaged, right? So you gotta do these sort of bandage lines basically. Okay, so this comes back into his sleeve, which is like just this big round sort of thing here, right? And then his wrist goes back into this hole down there, and then it has bandage lines on it as well. Right, and then another line around like here, another sort of black line, and then his sleeve kind of goes down this way and this side goes that way, and then this has more black and orange lines on it like that, and then we have some bumps just for like the folds of his clothing going up to the shoulder here, and maybe his forearm just in there, like a fold line there. Right, and I think we can see like his body going that way, and then his other arm there. And it seems like Boruto's sleeve is kind of here. Right down to his elbow, around that way. And then this has a hole. This is like the edge. Lines like so. And then he has that blue line that kind of bumps across his jacket there. And then we have folding lines around for his shoulder, his jacket, body, like so. And I think that's everything. That's how to draw the father-son Rasengan. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.